The Royals showed us in Game 1 just how dangerous they can be 1 through 9 in that lineup. Tim McMaster here along with Frank Thomas. And let's start with the first batter of the game, Alcides Escobar. First pitch swinging, which is what he does. Talk about that approach and how it helps him.
I think he's the best leadoff hitter in baseball when he's swinging at the first pitch.
We welcome Joe Girardi, manager of the New York Yankees, to the couch. And I guess, Joe, first of all, it's fairly quiet week for the Yankees, and I know that's been the talk. There's the commitment to the youth, and there's not going to be that big splash, but I feel like no one really believes it.
Yeah, I mean, I think a lot of times everyone always expects us to make the big splash.
Johnny Cueto's complete game in Game 2 of the 2015 World Series, the first American League World Series complete game since Jack Morris did it back in 1991. And first off, can you believe that? When you heard that, were you in shock?
I was surprised. I really was.
I'm the guy that does this when there's no reason for you to do this. There's no reason for you to do this right now. But I do it, and I love
Tim can do that. Yes. Come on,
Yeah, you won't see anything.
Oh, God.
I'm doing it right now.
Here with the 2015 Trevor Hoffman National League Reliever of the Year, Mark Melancon. And you have a lot of connections to this award. You played with Mariano. You went to the same school as Trevor. What does this mean to you?
Wow, really special.
You mentioned the Red Sox and at Fenway, 1968, of course, your one All-Star season. Let's get to Josh Hall, 88. I think maybe you've been on Twitter, Hawk, and saw this one, but he says that AJ wants to know if you really won a long drive contest from a helicopter, and I'm assuming he means AJ Przinsky.
Yeah, it's AJ. It's Dennis the Menace.
Greg Maddux, Tom Glavine, and Frank Thomas had to feel like they were on top of the world on Wednesday, being elected to the National Baseball Hall of Fame. Then on Thursday, here in New York City, they literally got to look down on the world from the top of the Empire State Building.
I'll tell you what, it's pretty impressive up here. I'm not a big heights guy, to be honest with you, but it's hard not to come up here and look around and be impressed by the view. I mean, if there's a better view anywhere in this city, you'd be hard-pressed to find it. This is pretty cool.
Pretty spectacular. I mean, you can spend the whole day up here just looking around. What a great city and pretty special place.
It's very high, but I feel a lot lightheaded, actually. But I'm happy, man. I mean, this has been an overwhelming 24 hours.
And up here for one, gentlemen.
It's been a 24-hour stretch in which the three newest electees to the Hall of Fame have spent a lot of time together. A reunion of sorts for the former Braves, and a chance for Glavine and Maddux to get to know Thomas for the first time.
You know, you're telling the stories and rehashing things that happened, and so that's been fun with Greg. And from Frank's standpoint, you know, I only know him from competing against him a little bit, and certainly from watching him. But it's been good to get to know him and his wife.
We've had fun the last day or two, just kind of joking around, killing time, and was fortunate enough to play with Glav for half my career in Atlanta, and got to know Frank a little bit. We had all the Crosstown Classics going on when we were in the Chicago days.
Beautiful, thank you.
Maddux has his Windy City ties as a former Cub, and Thomas grew up in Georgia and played his college ball at Auburn.
I couldn't think of a better class to be in. Going in with two Hall of Famers from that did most of their work in the state of Georgia.
I'm honored to be going in with these two guys, two good guys, two class guys on and off the field, and good company for me for sure.
It's the first time in 15 years that three first-ballot Hall of Famers will head to Cooperstown together, and they seem like a perfect fit. At the Empire State Building, I'm Tim McMaster for MLB.com. Here with Brian Dozier, who came into this game late and added a home run for the American League. You were in the Derby a year ago, but what did that home run feel like tonight?
You know, just a lot of different emotions, all good ones. And, you know, the way everything transpired last week or whatever, finally getting here. And all in all, home run or not, man, these past few days have been so much fun. I can't express enough how much fun I've been having. And go out with a good note, home field advantage, and take a W. That's always good.
It was a wild ride with the final vote being up for that, not getting it, then getting here anyway. Emotional roller coaster?
Yeah, it was. You know, it was very overwhelming. And, you know, the big thing last week is, you know, the Twins fans, their love and support they showed all throughout the week. I mean, it was amazing. And really fired up our fan base and all that kind of stuff. More importantly, we're winning games back home. So this obviously means a lot to us, having home field advantage, trying to get in the playoffs and see what happens. So.
How neat was it to see your teammate, Glenn Perkins, close things
I'll tell you what, he's, in my mind, one of the best relievers in the game. But he's been doing that, you know, closing out games, you know, back home for a while. He's one of the best, and him get a chance to pitch tonight, and also a chance to come in the game, whatever. It's it's very, very exciting for both of us.
The Red Sox will likely have 2 rookies in their starting lineup on opening day. Pretty rare for a defending World Series champion. It's also pretty rare, though, for a team to have 2 rookies the caliber of Xander Bogaerts and Jackie Bradley Jr.
Bogaerts is tied in the 8th. Jackie Bradley Jr. is first.
Well, both special people as well as very talented players. And I think one thing, if you look back over the teams that have had a lot of success here in Boston, whether that's 04, 07, 2013, there's been a very good blend of young, talented players with all-star caliber veterans, and we have that again this year.
Both players got a taste of the majors in 2013, with Bogaerts' bite being sweeter. Despite coming through the system as a shortstop, the 21-year-old manned the hot corner in October as the Sox won the World Series.
The 2013 Red Sox are the world champions.
I just played a few games, so I didn't get a lot of ground balls either, so it wasn't too many challenges. But, I mean, I got a lot of help once Middlebrooks came down, and all the coaches, instructors, Butterfield, McDonough, all the infielders working with me over there and trying to get me comfortable as possible.
Bogaerts has been given the keys at shortstop this spring, playing beside Will Middlebrooks, the guy who helped him so much a year ago. Bradley Jr. made the opening day roster in 2013 after hitting .419 in spring training, but he hit .097 in April and spent much of the season back in AAA.
Everyone knows about big league camp last year, but I'm not really focused on, anything dealing with last year. I'm focused on this year and, trying to, stay healthy, one, and, compete for a spot, the other.
With Jacoby Ellsbury moving to the Bronx, Bradley will have to beat out veteran free agent Grady Sizemore for the center field job. Both Bradley Jr. and Bogaerts are facing plenty of pressure, and they're lucky to be able to lean on each other.
Play with each other every stop of the way at some point. So, we like to, hang out and we'll talk and, discuss things. But I think our relationship goes far past than just baseball.
I play with him coming up to the system almost every level, so I feel very comfortable around him and I can have a good communication with him.
They came up together and they'll kick off their official rookie seasons together at Fenway Park by collecting championship rings. In Fort Myers, Florida, I'm Tim McMaster for MLB.com.